They need to get healthy, or else this Nets team, as you mentioned, is going to keep sliding in the standings and sliding in the standings. Another problem, the Knicks are also in a bad place. The Knicks hosted the Grizzlies on national TV. Great time to display how this Knicks team wasn't just a fluke last year, but guess what? The Grizzlies had other ideas. John Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. put on a show last night in the Garden. What do you think about the highlight show that these Grizzlies put on at MSG?
You know, I don't know if I should be enthusiastic, Jacoby, or sad, and here's why. I saw this happen a couple of years ago. You remember our relationship with the Joker?
Yeah.
And the Denver Nuggets.
Yep.
And everybody was sleeping on them. And you had to come to Jalen and Jacoby to hear about names like Monte Morris and the stretch mark 5 in Jokic. And then, boom, he became MVP. Same with Memphis. I'm picking him to make the playoffs last year, talking about Ja since he came out of college. Talking about Taylor Jenkins, how he still has the team playing well when Ja isn't healthy. Said to you, my guy who ain't even playing yet, Dylan Brooks is one of my favorite irrational confidence guys. I said that last year. Jaren Jackson Jr. out of Michigan State, a 7-footer that shoots with the right and dunks with the left and blocks shots. And Bane, who's now turned himself into a player like this Memphis team is now for real. And so as we start to do this new pecking order, Jacoby, you know I like to update this. Without the services of Draymond Green, I'm going to make sure Phoenix Suns are cemented #1, Golden State Warriors #2, Memphis now #3. I gotta put them ahead of like Utah, for example, because they're gonna get again Brooks back. And when you look at the standings, and they're a young bunch, they know they got a lot to prove. But you know I like the chip they play with. I like Ja going in the stands, not shaking the hand of the kid with the Steph jersey. I like Bane getting up in the face of Randall, and them embracing, you know, being a disliked opponent. And I don't mean in a dirty way, I mean in a physical way. And when I watched Ja Morant play, and I was fortunate enough to play against Allen Iverson when he won MVP in particular. And so as I watch his body type and how he moves and how he slithers through the defense, he reminds me of AI. But the way he fearlessly attacks the basket, he reminds me of Derrick Rose. And so to me, he's like a combination of both of those players what I watch. It's really like magical to see him continue to elevate and grow in only his 3rd year. And so, yes, the Memphis Grizzlies are for real. Your Knicks are in trouble if people expect this team that was a 4 seed last year and Julius Randle was the most improved player to get out of the first round this year. That's going to be tough.
I tried to tell all Knicks fans, and I said it on this program before the season even started, to temper your expectations if you are a Knicks fan, because you know what? Last year was a bit of an anomaly. They did end up as the 4 seed. Julius Randle had played out of his head last season, but this season we're seeing who the Knicks really are. And big shout out to the Grizzlies. John Morant, so many points in the paint, but also underrated for his playmaking ability. His assist numbers are just amazing, and they put on a highlight reel show in the Garden. However, there was an incident that you and I need to break down in detail. It's time for us to go to the table. Desmond Bane has made himself a household name, but he was the Bane to Julius Randle's Batman yesterday. Jalen, take us through this little back and forth on the sideline.
Well, here's the thing, like, you're at the Garden, you're Desmond Bane, you're making a name for yourself. The Memphis Grizzlies are figuring a way to try to not be that squad that allow guys to get all up in their mix. And so when Julius Randle feels like he want to come and stick his nose in our huddle, then he got to get clipped. And that's just how it goes, even during Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dog, you know what I'm saying? We over here going over our Black History facts. You know, get out of our huddle, that's all. No harm, no foul. I ain't mad at it at all.
No big deal, but it is emblematic of the Grizzlies' approach to the game this season, and Ja Morant spoke about that after the game.
Ain't no running in the M, man. We climb up the chimney. We ain't ducking no smoke, man. We gonna let everybody know we here. We gonna play hard, trying to get a win, and if you don't like it, oh well.
He said, we climb up the chimney. We climb up the chimney, Jalen.
You know, it was just a revelation to me one time when I realized, man, I'm believing in Santa Claus and we don't have a chimney. Like, he can't get in here. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I understand where Josh's coming from.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.